I hired a dog walker for our rescue pup and it destroyed my marriage, but not how you think. Throwaway for obvious reasons. I never thought I'd be the guy posting here. But 8 months later, I still wake up some nights replaying the doorbell cam footage in my head. This is long, but if you've ever trusted someone with your whole life and watched it unravel over something as stupid as a golden retriever named Moose, buckle up. My wife Lauren and I had been married for 9 years. We met in our mid-20s, both teachers at the time. Me high school history, her elementary art. We bought a small house in the suburbs with a backyard barely big enough for a swing set. 2 years ago, we adopted Moose, a goofy, anxious golden who destroyed every pair of shoes we owned but made the house feel like home. Lauren always said he was the kid we weren't quite ready for yet. Last summer, everything felt off. Not dramatic blow-up fights, just the slow erosion stuff. Lauren started staying late at school for art club and curriculum planning. She'd come home smelling like wine and someone else's laundry detergent. Sex went from infrequent to almost never. When I'd try to talk about it, she'd get teary and say she was just exhausted from the school year. I believed her because I wanted to. We'd built a good life. Teachers don't have the energy for affairs, right? Then she started pushing hard for a dog walker. Moose needs more exercise during the day, she said. You're at work, I'm at work, he's bored and chewing baseboards. She found someone on a local app, Alex. 28 years old, former college athlete, great reviews, charged $35 a walk. I thought it was expensive, but whatever made her happy. The first few weeks were fine. Alex would text updates with pictures of Moose at the park. Lauren started coming home earlier, smiling more. I actually thanked Alex in person one afternoon when I got home sick from work. Tall guy, easy smile, looked like he lived at the gym. He called me sir in that polite way that made me feel older than 34. Then the weird stuff started. Lauren's phone was suddenly face down everywhere. She'd take it into the bathroom for long baths. One night I woke up at 2 a.m. and she wasn't in bed. I found her in the kitchen whispering on the phone. When I asked who it was, she said her sister was having a crisis. Her sister lives in California and they barely talk. The dog walk started running longer, sometimes 2 hours. Alex would send photos, but Moose started looking tired as hell, like he'd actually been run hard. One Tuesday I left work early for a dentist appointment and swung by the house. Lauren's car was in the driveway at 1:30 p.m. on a school day. No note, no text. I parked down the street like a paranoid idiot and waited. 40 minutes later, Alex's Jeep pulled up. Lauren walked out the side gate with him, laughing, touching his arm. They hugged for way too long, not a quick thanks for walking the dog hug. The kind where her hand lingered on his lower back. I sat in my car shaking. When I finally went inside, Moose greeted me like nothing happened. Lauren was in the shower. I checked the Ring camera. It showed her letting Alex in the house after the walk. They were inside together for 51 minutes. That night I confronted her. Calmly at first. She cried immediately in the big ugly cry, and swore it wasn't what I thought. He's just really good with Moose and we became friends. I've been so lonely at work. You've been distant. The classic script. I wanted to believe her so badly I almost did. I started checking the app history. The walks were logged, but the GPS showed weird loops. Sometimes they went to a park 20 minutes away. Payments were always cash, even though the app supported cards. Lauren started getting defensive anytime I mentioned Alex. You're obsessed, she said. This is controlling behavior, so I did what any spiraling husband would do. I told her I was going to a full-day teacher conference 2 towns over on a Friday. Instead, I took the day off, parked my car at a buddy's house, and waited. At 10:15 a.m., Alex showed up. Lauren met him at the door in yoga pants and a crop top I'd never seen. They didn't even pretend to walk the dog. Moose was left in the backyard. They went straight inside. I sat in my friend's borrowed car with a sick feeling, watching the Ring app on my phone. They didn't come out for almost 2 hours. When they finally did, Lauren kissed him, not a peck, a real kiss. Then she handed him an envelope. Cash, probably. I drove around for hours before going home. When I walked in that evening, she had dinner ready, my favorite pasta, and acted like the perfect wife. I couldn't even look at her. Moose kept bringing me his ball like he was trying to fix whatever was wrong in the house. That weekend I installed a hidden camera in the living room. I know, but at that point I needed proof for myself. Monday she called in sick. Alex came over at 9:30. The camera caught everything. They didn't even make it to the bedroom the first time. I waited until Wednesday. I told her we needed to talk. I showed her the videos on my laptop. She went pale, then angry, then sobbing. The usual cycle. She said it started innocently. He was nice, listened to her complain about teaching, made her feel young again. Then it became physical. She swore it was only a few times. The camera showed otherwise. Here's where it gets crazy and why I'm still messed up. I kicked her out that night. She went to her mom's. I changed the locks the next day. I thought that was rock bottom. 2 weeks later, Alex showed up at my door. No Jeep this time. He looked like shit. He asked if he could talk to me. I almost punched him, but something in his face stopped me. We sat on the porch like civilized psychopaths. He told me Lauren had been paying him extra. A lot extra. Not just for sex. She'd been buying Adderall from him. A lot of it. She was grinding through the school year, staying up all night planning perfect lessons, then crashing. The work stress was actually her hiding how much she was using. The affair was real, but it was also how she kept the pills coming without raising red flags at pharmacies. He showed me texts, screenshots of her begging him when he tried to cut her off. Venmo payments labeled dog walking that were 3 times the normal rate. He said he felt guilty as hell because he actually liked Moose and thought I seemed like a decent guy. I didn't know whether to believe him, but the dates lined up with when her personality really shifted. Jittery, then exhausted, then euphoric. The long walks, the cash, the secrecy. I confronted her at her mom's. She broke down completely. Yes, the pills started last year when she felt overwhelmed. Yes, Alex had them. Yes, sleeping with him was how she kept the supply steady once he wanted more than money. She said she hated herself every day but couldn't stop. Teaching was burning her out, our marriage felt stale, and the pills made her feel like Superwoman until they didn't. We tried counseling. For 6 weeks. She went to rehab for 30 days. I wanted to forgive her. We had history, a house, a dog who missed her. But every time I looked at her, I saw that ring footage. Every time Moose got excited at the door, I remembered waiting in the car like an idiot. Last month I filed for divorce. Lauren is out of rehab, living with her sister now and apparently sober. She wants to co-parent Moose. I told her she can have visitation. Some days I feel like the biggest fool on earth. Other days I feel like I dodged something that would have destroyed me worse. Maybe pills in my own house or her crashing the car with both of us in it. Moose still waits by the door sometimes at the old walk times. I took him to a new dog park last weekend. No more hired walkers for us. If you're in a marriage that feels off in small ways, the phone, the stories that don't add up, the friend who's just a friend, don't gaslight yourself. Trust that little voice. I ignored mine for months because I loved the life we built. Turns out the life was already gone. I was just the last one to find out. TLDR. Hired a dog walker. Wife was fucking him and buying stimulants from him. The dog was the most innocent party in all of it. Edit. Yes, I kept the house. Yes, I still teach. No, I'm not dating yet. Therapy is expensive but necessary. Moose says hi.